Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to take ourselves a little break and smoke some pork butts. And we've got two here that's already been rinsed off and patted dry with a paper towel. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to give it a light coat of Dijon mustard. I like the Dijon. It actually does bring a little bit of flavor in there, but not much. So take off your ring. Then we're going to rub that in there. And this is going to work as a binder for our dry rub. And for the dry rub, I'm using Weber Dry Rub Original. And it gives it a really nice flavor. For those of you that are like me and you don't have time to make your own dry rub, that's the way to go. So we'll flip this around and coat the fat side too. Alright, I'll get my hands rinsed off and we'll start putting the seasoning on. Okay, here we go. Looks like it's already open. We're going to give a good healthy amount of this dry rub. I like to start with the fat side because that's what side is actually going to go on the grill. So once I turn it over, I won't have to mess with it anymore besides putting it on the grill. You're going to want to try and get all the sides too. Oh, that's looking beautiful, guys. This is going to be good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stick these in the fridge. It's important that with pork, you really don't want to let it come up to room temperature like you do beef, because it collects the bacteria in a bad way. So we're going to stick these in the fridge and then go out, clean out our smoker and turn it up to about 250. And since these are about 8 pounds, it's going to be about an 8-hour cook, give or take. So let's go get the grill fired up. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to go ahead and set them on there. Pay close attention to where your bone is in these, because we're going to stick a thermometer in them, and we don't want to hit that bone. So I got the bone facing the back. And this is the thermometer that we're going to use. I got it from Walmart. It's an Expert grill. It's just a cheapo, but it works just the same. And it's a Bluetooth one. So we'll get this unwound. Stick it right in there like that. Nice and deep. Close the lid and we wait. We're going to let it come up to about 160 degrees. And then by then it should have a good, nice bark on it. And we're going to spritz it with some apple cider vinegar. And that'll get everything loosened up, help the meat almost disintegrate a little bit. So whenever you pull it and you eat it, it's just going to melt in your mouth. It's going to be phenomenal. In the meantime, let's set this to 160. You just want to come over here and right there. And then you can take this inside, watch your favorite movie, whatever you want to do. I'm probably going to sit outside here and smell the pork goodness. All right, we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys. So we're back out here, and I'm going to check on them. It's they're right at a little over 100 degrees. They're just starting to dry out. The seasonings on there will come off still with your fingers, but it looks like they're getting dried out right in here. What we're going to want to do is moisten that up a little bit with some apple cider vinegar. Give it a nice, good, even coat on both of them. And you might want to hold your breath, because whenever this stuff steams up, it'll take your breath away. But it really helps to disintegrate that meat and penetrate in there. To make everything nice and juicy and just melt in your mouth. As soon as you start the first spraying with your apple cider vinegar, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to check this about every 20-30 minutes and come back and spray it again. Make sure everything's staying moist, and it'll work out great that way. All right, so we're sitting about 162 degrees. Let's check it out. And it's looking pretty good. Starting to firm up. I think I'm going to stop with the spritz and then let it soak up the rest of that smoke. But in the meantime, it's probably past noon if you started at 7. So it's about time to crack a cold one. And it don't matter what you drink as long as it's cold. All right, now we're setting at about 178. And let's give it a quick probe. And I've just got a skewer here for like kebabs. What I'm gonna do is come in here and poke it in the meat.
We've still got quite a bit of resistance, but we'll let it go a little more. I want it to be a little bit crispy on the outside. So I'm gonna turn the temperature up to about 300. And like I said, we're about 178 right now. So once I turn that up, it'll climb up to that 195 a lot quicker. And it'll give us a nice crispy outside. And that's one of the things that I look for in a good pork butt. So if you like that, go ahead and follow these steps. But if you don't, just leave it at 250 until it comes up to temperature. All right, folks, we're gonna check it again. We're at about 187. And it feels real good and smooth. Both of them do. I feel a little resistance, but I'm not worried about that. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and take them out. We'll give them about a 10-minute rest. And when you take your probe out, it's gonna be hot, so don't touch it. Look at that. All right. I'm not letting that little piece get away either. All right, let's take them in and we'll let it rest and then shred it up and get to eating. All right, guys, we got it in. Let's take a look. Get this bone out of there. That's when you know it's good. When that bone comes out clean like that. I'm transferring these over into a foil pan. That way, whenever we shred it, it's all there in one place so we can vacuum seal the extras. What you're going to want to do is shred this up, and then you can put it on a sandwich or eat it just right like it is. And then what I normally like to do is take this Stubbs barbecue sauce, the original kind, and I'll pour it over top. But you can do several different things with this. My wife was talking, she wants some pulled pork nachos even. That sounds pretty good. All right, well, enjoy.